A challenge by Walter Cassels. What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, my heart is true as steel, steady still in woe and weal, strong to bear, though quick to feel, take my hand. What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, only my own ease seek I, and death to baptize cry, if mine hunger let them die, traitor stand! What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, if a kiss for maiden fair, if a blow for whom may dare, I've sunk to banish care, take my hand. What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, and be servant while still great, as you sink my cares abate, when you pour you have my hate, traitor stand! What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, if you trust me, I'll be true, if you slight me, I'll slight you, if you wrong me, you shall rue, take my hand. What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, I can work with any tool, clothe myself by stripping foods, and with knee whoever rules, traitor stand! What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, if a heart that hates or wrong, aids the weak against the strong, loves the truth and seeks it long, take my hand. What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, I forgive no woman's sin, hunt her with self-righteous mien, never take her, mourning in, from the desert of a sin, traitor stand. What art thou, friend or foe? Stand, stand, if a heart that melts at sorrow, if a stone to poor may borrow, and the saint today, tomorrow, take my hand. A Night Scene by Walter Cassels. The lights have faded from the little casement, as though closing eyes had brought on night, and now she dreams, a dream superbly bright, while silence reigns around from roof to basement. And slow the moon is mounting up the sky, drawing heaven's myriads in a queenly train, flinging rich larges as she passes by, or beauty freely over hill and plain. Around the lattice creep the pure white roses, and one light bow rests gently on the pane, the diamond pane through which the angel train gaze on the sister saint who there reposes. The moonlight silvers softly the white note, and round weaves the south wind whispers lowly, wearing the leaves like pearls on maiden's brow. Peace and stillness make the place seem holy. The little garden where she daily strays sleeps like the present of a place enchanted, and many a flower by her own dear hands planted waves mystical beneath the starry rays. There's such strange still beauty in the spot, that in the misty moonshine oft it seems a vision that the waking eye sees not, but some fair pleasures blooming up in dreams. But youth still perfumes richly rise and float unseen about the silent air, breathing a balmy sweetness everywhere, like some blessed secret fresh from paradise. Upon the soul them thoughts of Eden press, within the stillness of his inner shrine, where nature has unveiled her loveliness, and to the angels bared her soul divine. There is no sound upon the ear of night, the distant watchdogs bay have sunk to rest, the thrush is brooding o'er his quiet nest, and the light clouds sweep on with noiseless flight. A heart while beats so wild she will hear, and start from slumber in serene surprise, away, away, while longer linger here, to mar the silence with her swelling sighs. A Shell by Walter Cassels. From what rock-hollowed cavern deep in ocean, where jagged columns break the billows beat, whirled upward by some wild mid-world commotion, as this rose-tinted shell stirred to my feet. Perchance the wave that bore it has rejoiced above man's foundered hopes and shattered pride, while fiercer slide swept trumpet-voiced through the frail spars and hurled him in the tide, and the lost seaman floated at its side. I was too oft who woe and beauty meet, swept onward by the selfsame tide of fate, the bitter following swift upon the sweet, close, close together, yet how separate. Frail wave from sublime storm-shaken sea, thou seems a child or toy of some old king, who mid the shock of nations, light on we, an instant backward to his thoughts take wing, to the unclouded days of infancy, when sighing was the wave of foolish joy doth fling. For from thine inner chambers come there out low murmurs of sweet mystic melodies, out Neptune's couch winding alone caves abode, and trance that faintly through the waves arise, and seal the mortal ears in softest sighs. The poet dreams of olden ages flowing through the time ocean to the listening soul, ages went from each fountain clear and glowing until the spirit and night's voices stole. And still from earth and sea, wherever appeared, a voice for softer than dear lovers lay, bearing the heart of which its true sense stealeth, far to diviner dreams of joy away, and to the wisdom of a riper day. At Eventide by Walter Cassels. The day fades fast, and backward ebbs the tide of light, from the far hills and billows bright, scattering foam as we swept past, out of the low clouds that bank the sky, bury a day of solemnity. Above the land grey shadows stretch out, still and cold, flinging our water, wood and wold, mysterious shapes, whose ghastly hand presses down sore on the heart, and silence on the lips that part. The dew mist broods heavy and lower field and fen, like gloom above the souls of men, and through the forest solitudes the fitful night wind rustles by, breathing many a wailing sigh. Our day or life ending in gloom together here, while not one star of hope appears, till through the cold bleak future gaze that mocks with its murky haze. Soon morn shall end the doubt, the strife, and give unto the weeping eyes the far night guarded paradise. At parting, by Walter Cassels. Peace, let me go, or ere it be too late. Dip not your arrows in the honey mead, paint not the wound through which my heart doth bleed. Leave me unmocked, unbetide to my fate. Peace, let me go. Think you what words can smooth my rugged track, or seal the step your soft white hands have made, or stir the burden on my bosom laid? Wind shock not earth from Atlas bended back. Peace, let me go. But woe it be the last time we shall meet. Raise your white brow and riff your raven hair, and fill with music sweet the summer air. Not this again shall draw me to your feet. Peace, let me go. Not laurels for my vanquished heart shall wave around your triumphant beauty as you go. Not russet dawn work out summer's woe. Yet if you will, pluck daisies from my grave. Peace, let me go. Father and Son, by Walter Cassels. The king called forth his firstborn, and took him by the hand. Come, boy, and see the people you must soon command. A bold and stalwart nation, dauntless in the fight, strong as an iron buckler to guard the monarch's right. And the trumpet sounded, and his vassals came, gathered round his banner, loudly rang his name. Clashed the burnished targets, waved the flashing steel. A goodly gathering looked way, armed from head to heel. Child, my heart beats proudly, now I feel a king, as I look around me on this martial thing. There I see the sinews that support a state, there I see the strength that makes a monarch great. Man whose life is glory, man whose death is fame, living still in storied past the reach of shame. Many years passed over, the old king was dead, and his child, his firstborn, reigned in his stead. Many years he reigned, and upon his brow the frost of age lay like the winter's snow. So he took his son forth, as his father had. Come and see thy people, said he to the lad. And they rode together through the busy town, many a peaceful merchant passing up and down. Loud a workman's hammer sounded through the air, portly locked a craftsman standing mid the weir, and the sounds of labor blent with cheerful song told of peace and plenty as they rode along. Smith and craftsman pausing, youth and smiling lass, trader, man and master stood to see them pass. The bonnet lifted and God bless him said, by many a gentle bosom, many a reverent head. So the father turned him to his son and cried, Are not we both subjects worth monarch's pride? And their own free circles by their quiet hearth, rearing him a bulwark steady as the earth. On their mighty anvils with giant skill, bending stubborn iron to his lightest will, prosperous and happy, free in heart and soul, he sent forth my glory to the furthest pole. Where is there in story any fame above, but kings whose deeds are written in his people's love? Floating down the river by Walter Cassels. My little bark glides steadily along, still and unshaken as a summer dream, and never falls the oar into the stream, for whispered morning and the current strong. So let the ripples bear me as they will, sweet, sweet as life, and there is sound as song. So I lie sleeping, and joy sends me still, swift floating down the river. Bright shines the sun athwart the linden trees, one little cloud alone steals over the sky. As o'er the widened stream below steal I, fanned by the same thin perfume-laden breeze. Bird music answers sweetly through the air, the unheard warbling of heart melodies. Thus go I dreaming, free from faintest care, swift floating down the river. Pure lie the broad-leaved lilies on the tide, with glowing petals in the midst, that rest like the goat shore on Dan's lovely breast, and the tall rushes cluster on the side. How sweet, lipped lily, thou must be my prize, but shall I pluck thee in thy beauty's pride? Failed all too steadily my shallop hies, swift floating down the river. The stream fast windens, and upon the shore rise busy hamlets mid the falling woods, filling the shorn and broken solitudes with laboured clamour ever more and more. No more in dreams of love all day, yet I set in music from the forester's hoar, nor gaily speeds my hunter's bark away, swift floating down the river. Let me take oar and turn mine eager prow back to the quiet waveless source again, where no harsher sounds break on the dreaming brain, and winds steal softly round the careless brow. Swift as a dream my tiny bark hath gone, and stoutly will I ply the oar, yet now my very shallop still goes sadly on, swift floating down the river. And nevermore for me, I nevermore return those blessed morning hours again. The sun beats hotly on my throbbing brain, in a cool shade waves friendly from the shore. A few lower dips powerless utterly, and onward, onward, although a struggle sore, still goes my back towards the surging sea, swift floating down the river. Welcome, Aunt Woe, O cool and fragrant eve, welcome, Aunt Woe, though night pursue we fast, with eve burning and the toil roll past, and where's time to gaze back and to grieve? Hoarse ocean murmurs fall upon mine ears, and round me no prophetic billows heave, as on I go, out looking through salt tears, swift floating down the river, swift floating to the sea. Gone, by Walter Cassels. The night is dark, and evermore the thick drops patter on the pane, the wind is weary of the rain, and round the thatches mourn of saw, dark as the night and cold the air. And all the trees stand stark and bare, with leaves spread dank and sere below, still rotting on the fleshy clay, in the God's acre far away, where she, our God, lies cold below, cold, cold below. And many a bitter day and night have poured their storms upon her breast, and chilled her in a long, long rest, with full corruption's icy blight. Earth's dews are freezing round the heart, where love alone so late had part, and evermore the frost and snow are burying downward through the clay, in the God's acre far away, where she, O God, lies cold below, cold, cold below. Whose eyes so full of light are dim, in the clear chalice of her youth, all sparkling up with love and truth, half death drained keenly from the brim. No more can mortal ear rejoice in the soft music of her voice, no wistful eye through tears of woe can pierce down through the heavy clay, in the God's acre far away, where she, O God, lies cold below, cold, cold below. A star shines sudden from the sky, God's angel cometh pure and bright, making a radiance through the night, unto the place where mute I lie, gazing up in rapt devotion, shaken by a deep emotion. My thoughts so long ago wandering over the fleshy clay, in the God's acre far away, where she, O God, lay cold below, cold, cold below. God's angel lie divinely bright, but still the olden graces wear, the soft brown eyes, the raven hair, the gentle smile of calm delight, that could such peace and joy impart, a wail is rent from off my heart, and gazing upward, well I know the rain may beat upon the clay in the God's acre far away, but she no longer lies below, enshrouded by the frost and snow, cold, cold below. Spring, by Walter Cassels. One like a giant stalk of a strong wind, ripping the clouds about him, close and dark, rifting creation's soul, for rage is blind, but I half heave of the earth all stark, shivering beneath the loose and drifting snow, a scanty shroud to hide the dead below. Dead? Where's a life within the mother's breast, so cleft she her young ones to her heart. The time will come, rest, rest, let the mad greybeard to the north depart, earth shall rise and mock him in his grave, patience a little, let the heart rave. A pause yet both grew still, there came a pause, and nature's heart gave beat for listening, gazing abroad from all the tempest flaws, with prayerful longing for the safer spring. And when she heard spring coming up the sky, earth arose and threw her shroud of joyfully. And she who once had wept like Niobe, beheld her children springing round her feet, raising young voices in the early day, that never to her ear had seemed so sweet. The soft murmur of a thousand rills proclaimed her spring had loosed them on the hills. The brightest angel came, girt round with mirth, and garlanded with youth, and crowned with flowers. Awake, arise, ye sons of a new birth, and move to the quick measure of the hours. Summer is going, go ye forth to meet her, with sweetest hymnals, songs to greet her. So there arose straightway a joyous train, gathered by every nook and hedgerow shade, that in its passage over the verdant plain, still in the heart a thrilling music made, sweet pilgrim's way of love and youth's gay time, leading the year on to its golden prime. The birds sang homage to evermore, and myriad winged things, whose radiant eyes made sunshine beautiful, still hovered o'er, and bore witness in the sunlit skies. And rising from the tomb in glad amaze, came many a sainted flower to hymn her praise. Thus from the streams and rivers, from the sea, from the stirred bosom of the mighty hills, from every glade there rose continually a blessing for her, till with joyous thrills earth's bosom heaved, and a man's heart a voice echoed the anthem, Spring is come, rejoice. The bell, by Walter Cassels. Through the calm and silent air floats the toiling funeral bell, swooning o'er hill and dale, heavy laden with despair. Mute between each muffled stroke, sad as though a dead voice spoke, out of a dim past time spoke, stands my heart all mute with care. The bell is toiling on, and deep, deep and dear into my heart all its bitter accents dart. Peace, said Jim, I will not weep, but this within my tone, it should wring my heart alone, rife with his endless moan. Peace, and let past sorrow sleep. Flinch your music on the breeze, mock the sighing of the willows, mock the lapping of the billows, mock not human sympathies. Slow chim, sad chim, mock me not, with that loved voice never forgot, flooding me with tears blood hot, mock not soul deep memories. Come not from the unseen past, flying up the silent gale, with a deep and muffled wail, slaying me with lying tale, base chim, false chim from the past. Not in sighs of mortal pain, pain and anguish rise again, voices from the far deaf plain, not what speaks she from the past. Peace, yet for though she speaks not from the paradise and we, whispers nevermore to me in my lonely misery. Of what loved voice never forgot, what has wake my brooding soul, smits it till the bitter dole breaks aloud beyond control, of the briny teardrops roll, droning, cries which she hears not. Cruel bell, harsh bell, ring on, I shall turn my heart to stone, flinching back by mocking tone, coluse of the deepest moan, lying bell, the power is gone. Spake she from a golden cloud, spake she to my heart aloud. Every murmur of her voice would bite my lone heart rejoice. Every murmur of her voice I would make my heart rejoice, lying bell, but power is gone. Dark river by water castles, across the mountains and the hills, across the valleys and the swelling seas, by lakes and rivers whose deep murmur fills our streams with sweet prophetic melodies. Together have we come unto this place, and here we say farewell a little space. You backward turning through the land, to tear amid its beauty yet a while, over the river to another strand, with cheerful heart, so part we with a smile. Should space have any power or godlike souls, love shall bridge over stream betwixt us roads. Together went we to the tide, and as the first wave wends my foot, we part. E'en now methinks to see the other side, and of the stream be swift as steady heart, and stalwart arm shall quell its cold dark waves. Fate falters not e'en when the tempest raves. Dark stream flowing so blackly on, our turbid billows roll over golden sand, and at the surface all the fear's gone, and precious gems fill full the divers' hands. Yet how the heart lists breathless for the roar of billows plashing on the ever shore of Olden land, hid by faint mists from the spent swimmer's eyes, until upon the sloping bank he stand, mute in the light of Eden mysteries. The golden fire of youth's spirit dream shall then reach we through this troubled stream. Friend, quail not. The same gloomy tide, rolling its fearful breakers to the shore, shall be transformed upon the other side to the crystal life stream, shaded o'er by paradisal groves, whose mellow fruit shall heal the sorrows of the destitute. These ghostly vapours brooding low shall melt to sunny glories o'er my head, and through them shall the golden city glow, with our hearts singing, angel-led. Friend, where is but the cloud-veiled tricksters and the light? One step beyond and heaven is in our sight. Another stream laps my vesture hem, backward from my sad bosom to the world, leaving me here with current cold to stem. Soon from thy sight shall I be swiftly whirled into the mystic darkness, never fear, God's hand shall guide me unto vision clear. Already thou art growing dim, and distant on the fast receding shore, the tide is strong, but still I trust in him, and that I shall safely straggle o'er, for another pleasure on yonder shore I hear, amid sweet angel voices calm and clear. The Eagle by Walter Cassels. A wind sweep by me on his mountain throne, hurling the clouds together at his feet, till earth is hidden, lost, and swallowed up, as in a flood of waters, and he sits, eyeing the boundless firmament above, proud and unruffled, till his heart exclaims, I am a god, heaven is my home, ye have served me but for footstool. The strong winds sweep on, and white as pinions spread a fee. Bear me afar, with the mighty storm, he rides triumphant, spurning the dim earth, whither goes the woe? What star shall rise its mountains for we? What for orb echo the fierceness of a battle cry? Or dust woke when the thunder is unloosed? I sit amongst the cracks and feel the earth tremble beneath me, whilst my heart is firm, gaze upon the lightning, and my lid quivers not. As the odd neath which my gaze quaileth, or waxeth faint, I read the sun, undazzled where the stars grow dim and pale. Men gather them to battle, host meets host, and I am borne aloft to marshal them, as the great king of battles, with form of conquering and to conquer, so do men worship me, of the mighty crashes cans, the shoutings and the glory and the woe. One great foot chaunt of a march to mine ears, and where wait a while the sacrifice are slain before me, and down with a swoop I get me, from my sky I've thrown, and die deep in a ready stream at Holland's grey. Hurrah, hurrah, blood reds the flag for me. The time will come, proud one, and thou shalt die. Die, death! I cast from me as resolute plums with motor for my pinions, and go to earth, and death go with them both I leave to mortals. What have I to do with time? Let him part forth with speed, with wings of mine shall match him stroke for stroke until they reach the limits of his empire, and I shake him off like dust upon the threshold of the world. The Morning Star by Walter Cassels. Night's heavy hand is lifted up at last, and my freed heart beats evenly again, unpressed by the dull heavy weight of pain cast backward from the unforgotten past. Darkness no longer muffles time's retreat, till my own pulse beat mark the moment fled. Over the speeding shadows calm and clear rises the star of morn upon the earth, eternal prophet of the sun god's birth, shining serenely from its silver sphere, with mystic meanings of a strengthened soul, till all its night-breath vapors backward roll. A bright-eyed angel of the undimmed light, standing upon heaven's pinnacle, a glance pierces like a two-edged sword through many a trance, dividing truth from dreaming in its might, scourging doubt's myriads from day's temple gate, leaving life's worship pure, its heart elate. The herald of night, like Hesper fair, pale with a dreaded future shapeless gloom, leading the spirit to an unknown doom. For clouds and darkness heavy fraught of care, Hesper the beautiful alone our guide, beset by blinding fears on every side. Groping through night's dim chambers wearily, longing to leave its cold sepulchre hazels, calmest wove of my calmest showing smiles, like a nemesis to lead us tenderly through all the dangers of a murky way into the golden portals of the day. Yea, night and death shall pass away, and we, by resurrection sweet, rise newborn, like we in glory, bright ones, sons of morn, without a shade on our felicity, aying the weeding vapors of the past, as waters know night's music dissolving fast. The Olden Time by Walter Cassels. Or will I mind the olden time, the sweet, sweet olden time, when I had longed for eve all day, and watched upon the new-mown grass the shadows slowly eastward pass, and of the meadows glide away, till I could steal, with heart elate, unto the little cottage gate in the sweet, sweet olden time. Oh, will I mind the olden time, the sweet, sweet olden time, all the night I longed for morn, and blessed the thrush whose early note the silver chords of silence smote, with greetings to the day new-born. For when again the far delayed, I hoped to meet her at the gate in the sweet, sweet olden time. But now I've passed the olden time, that sweet, sweet olden time, and there's neither morn nor night, it bears a fright of hopes and fears, to bless my soul in coming years with any harvest of delight. For nevermore the far delayed can I behold her at the gate, as in the sweet, sweet olden time. For the sake of that dear olden time, that sweet, sweet olden time, I look forth ever sadly still, and hope the time may come again, when life hath borne its meed of pain, and stoutly struggled up the hill, when I once more with heart elate may meet her at another gate, beyond the lightning breath of fate, that shall the sweet, sweet olden time. The Raven by Walter Cassels. There sat a raven with the pines so dark, pines are silent and so dark at morn, and a ragged bird with feathers rough and torn, wetting his grimy beak upon the bark, and croaking hoarsely to the woods forlorn. Blood red the sky and misty in the east, low vapors creeping bleakly o'er the hills. The rain will soon come plashing on the rills, no sound in all the place of bird or beast, save that hoarse croak where all the woodland fills. Slimy pool rank with rotting weeds, close by the pines, where at the highway side, and ripple on its green and stagnant tide, where only cold and still the horse-sledge breathes, might not here some bloody murder hide. Shrug, called the air so stealing through the trees, scarce rustling the moist leaves benefit street. A fearful breast does hold its breath for treat. There has no healthful music in this breeze, it sounds, like high sip of the dead. But rides yon raven with the pines so dark, the pines so silent, so dark around, of ne'er accomplished circlings to the ground, ruffling his wings so ragged and so stark, some half his victim hardly half he found. A raven of the free-haired shepherd spoil, whose way methinks the dying game hath trod, a broken tricks and blood upon the sod, these thorns are sharp, well soon will land the toil, with sport aside, and with price, my God. To my dream love, by Walter Cassels. Where art thou, my beautiful? Afar I seek thee sadly till the day is done, and over splendor of the setting sun, cold, calm, and silvery floats the evening star. Where art thou? Where art thou hid in light that haunts me, yet that wraps thee from my sight? Holy or not holy, still love's eyes trace thy dim beauty through the mystic veil, like a young moon that glimmers faint and pale at noontide through the sunweb of the skies. But I ope mine eyes, and thou art gone, and long memory knows where thou hast shone. Night, night, the tender, the compassionate binds sweet, gem-like amid raven hair. I dream, I see, I feel the woe art aware, and stand all weeping at sleep's golden gate, till the leaves open and the glorious streams down through my tranced soul in radiant dreams. Too short, soon comes the chilly morn, to shake from love's walls all their sleep-born bloom, and look my heart back to its bitter doom, sending me through the land downcast, forlorn, whilst thou my beautiful art far away, bearing the brightness for my joyless day. I stand and gaze across earth's fairest sea, and still the plashing of a restless main sounds like the clashing of the prisoner's chain that binds me, oh, my beautiful Fenghui. O seabird flashing past on snow-white wing, bear my soul to her and thy wandering. My heart is weary gazing over sea, over long dreary lines that close the sky, for solemn sunsets ever mournfully gazing away my beautiful Fenghui, hearing the sullen waves furthermore dashing around me on the lonely shore. The tides creep lazily about the sands, washing frail landmarks leaf like away, and though their records perish day by day, still stand I ever with close-clasped hands, gazing far westward over the heaving sea, gazing away in my beautiful Fenghui. Under the sea, by Walter Cassels. Deep in the bosom of the ocean, the sunshine fades the twilight gloom, the pure pearls lie, and the coral bloom rests unswayed by the upper motion. Calm and still the hours pass by, the lovely things that sleeping lie deep in the bosom of the ocean. The thunder rolls from cloud to cloud, and the bitter blast sweeps over the sea, shaking the waters mightily. But near the tempest, voiced aloud, sinketh down to the things that lie, the lovely things that sleeping lie, deep in the bosom of the ocean. The icebergs crack with a sullen boom, driven by the hands of the angry north, and like the angel of wrath sent forth, the whirlwind stalks with a breath of doom, crushing, like dust neath its heavy tread, the last fell spar of the seaman's head. But naught can reach the things that lie, the lovely things that sleeping lie, deep in the bosom of the ocean. Deep in the bosom of God's acre, beyond reach of grief or care, as sweetly rests the god and fair, where life's rude foes can e'er overtake her. Calmly and sweetly the hours pass by, the blessed ones so sleeping lie, deep in the bosom of God's acre. Patience, thou poor one, faint and weary, for thou shalt come unto this rest, leaning on a mother's breast. Forget the world to be so dreary. Calmly and sweetly the hours pass by, the happy ones so hopping lie, deep in the bosom of God's acre. Wind, by Walter Cassels. A weird west wind that comes from the sea, sad with the murmur of the weary waves, wandering forever through ocean caves, that travels through the hearts that list to we, with echoes of forgotten misery. The night is black with clouds with forward bringing, for the far waters of a stormy main, welling the woes for verily in rain, betwixt us and the light that our course winging, and dreary shadows of a spirit flinching. Whence is thy power to smite the silent heart, till as of old the unsealed waters run? Whence is thy magic, O thou unseen one, to make still sorrows from the sublimer start, and play again unsought the bitter part? We are all one with nature. Every breeze stealeth above the chambers of a soul, haunting a rest with sounds of joy or dole, and every cloud that creepeth from the seas traileth its shade o'er human sympathies. Blow, blow the weird wind till the clouds be rent, and starlight glimmer through the riven seams, scatter the darkness like the mist of dreams, till all the fleeting spectre gloom be spent, and the bright future gem the firmament. Blow, blow, night's mean take even now, glows on the palace walls, and she shall pass like the dim vapour from a burnished glass, and her chill shadows o'er the soul shall go, borne ye each weeping west wind to and fro. Years ago, by Walter Cassels. This day it was, years ago, long years ago, when first we met, and first her voice thrilled through my heart, alien sweet thrilled through my heart, and glances from her soft brown eyes, like gleamings out of paradise, shone on my heart and made it bright, the fullness of celestial light. This day it seems this day, and yet, years ago, long years ago. This day it was, years ago, long years ago, when first I knew how all her beauty filled my soul, with music glory filled my soul, and every word and smile she gave, like motions of a sunlit wave, rocked me with divine emotion, joyous o'er life's smiling ocean. This day it seems this day, and yet years ago, long years ago. This day it was, years ago, long years ago, when first I heard, among the silence of my soul, the fearful silence of my soul, that warning voice of doom declare, O God, unmoved by my despair, how soft eyes would lose the light, their holy, pure and stainless light, and all the beautiful being fades sadly, swiftly from my seeing. This day it seems me, this day, 3 years ago, sad years ago. This day it was, years ago, long years ago, when dumb I stood beside where the grass green moaned, Would I had lain beneath a mound, and gazed out through my briny tears upon the future lonely years, upon the cold, bleak, cheerless years, till earth should ope her grassy breast, and take me to my welcome rest, where she in death's cold arms lay pressed. This day it seems I me this day, 4 years ago, sad years ago. This day it was years ago, long years ago, and yet I still gaze through moist eyes upon the past, the cherished, unforgotten past. Gaze onward through the coming days, and wonder with a sweet amaze what sunrise with its rosy light will bring her to my longing sight, what sunset with its longing glow will over long sought slumber flow, amid whose vision she shall gleam, as one she did through you, sweet dream, years ago, long years ago.